Hey everyone, I'm going to be going out and running some errands today, and I don't have makeup on. As you can tell, I know it's going to be a little bad for lighting, because I am right in the fluorescent light, but I might try to move at least my tutorials to the restroom, that way, or the bathroom, so I can try different lighting, and soon I'll be doing, swatches. But for now, I'm just going to do an everyday look. That's the look I use when I go to work. If I'm just going out today, like I'm going to mail off something and maybe run to grab a few things from my friend Katie. She lives up in Indiana. So I was going to grab her little gift basket and maybe look and see if there's anything I could slowly start to compile for a giveaway. I just want to get some more subscribers before I do that. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the, oops, sorry, I'm shaking. I'm going to jump right into the everyday makeup look that I use. And I have a mirror right here, so I'll be looking in this direction to do everything. So I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm just doing, do it with the mirror here. Let me see if I can move it a little closer. Okay. I'll use this one for now. Okay, so what I'm going to start out doing is I have blemishes that were right here and right here, and the skin around that area has gotten really dry. And I have a cat, I don't know if you can see it, but he cut me very lightly there. And that skin is kind of dry and whatnot as well. So just to have something on it to make the concealer stay on better, I'm just going to use this hand cream. Now you should really use a moisturizer or a lotion, and especially on your face you don't want to use scented stuff. Anything that is perfumed can clog your pores more and actually create blemishes. Anytime you do any moisturizer or anything for your face, it should really be unscented. So this isn't ideal for what I'm doing, but I just want to get going to do my errands. So I'm just going to use this, the Ahava. I got this as a sample in one of my Birch boxes. I believe it was January Birch box. Just the Ahava cream. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Just a tiny bit on my finger, like there's really nothing there, and just rub a light layer over the scratch, and rub a light layer over the two blemishes I got. The weather's changing a lot down in Florida, and it can get pretty cold and wet at night, and it's not as wet in the air, not so much moisture in the day. It's kind of dry, but it's really hot. And with the climate changes and everything, my skin's going crazy. I've been down in Florida for this is my 4th year, and my skin's still not used to the weather. I'm a Pittsburgh girl, so yeah, I'm a northern girl, so my skin is having fun. So anyways, now I'm just gonna use some concealer on here, which I should have grabbed that earlier, but I wasn't thinking. And I'm going to probably do an updated makeup collection, since I have gotten a lot more in the last month or a month or two from Birchbox, and I got my tax return in, so I spent a little too much on everything. I'm going to do an updated look, so make my life easier. So what I'm going to start out with is these two cover sticks by CoverGirl concealer sticks. This is green to correct redness, and then this is yellow for the dark circles under your eyes. And I did a quick tip on how to use these, and I'll just go over it real quick again just in case you haven't seen that video, but it's only a couple videos back before all the mini hauls I had. So yeah, I'm just going to start with the one on my nose, and I'm just going to blot green all over it. I'm going to do the one right here. I have a little one up here. And basically, I'm just going to go through and find all the little red spots on my face, whether it's discoloration, blemishes, a scratch, whatever. I have a lot today, but I'm just going to dot that. As you can see, hopefully that light's a little harsh. And then I'm just gonna pat, see if I can shade it for you a little bit. Oh, there's my hand. I'm just gonna pat in everything. I have a mirror behind you guys to make sure I'm in the frame. That's the only reason why I can kind of do this. I'm actually looking at the screen on the back of the camera to make sure I'm centered. Now, with the one like here on my nose and the one up here between my eyebrows, the best thing to do for this is you can rub around the area, then pat it. Again, you want to kind of rub around the area and then you want to pat it in. In case you didn't get what I mean, let me show you this way. I'm going to do a little demonstration. Okay. Now say that's the blemish on your face. You can put the green over it, which I did a little too dark. The green over it. And you want to rub around the blemish where the redness kind of bleeds out, where the swelling fades into your skin. And then exactly where that black dot is, you're going to just pat it. Now granted, you're going to have a lot thicker of a layer of green on than this. Because it is a bump, that's what you're going to do to that. So, anyways, now I'm going to add my dark circles. So I'm going to do yellow under my eyes, and then the one trick I told you guys that I do is, since the green is kind of crazy, and if there's like a really big blemish that you have to cover, you know, prom night or something, and you need it for an emergency, because I don't promote caking on makeup on your skin. I don't think it looks attractive, as long as you do it nicely. But this is going to make it kind of feel a little cakey, but it really helps cover. You're going to take the yellow that you use for under your eyes, which you just rub that in, and you're going to put it on all those green spots to get away the darkness to it. So for example, I scratched on my blemishes so that it kind of bled, which I know it's gross, but it happens, and it bleeds, and then you get a scar. Or if you have a cat scratch like I do, it bleeds, and then not a scar, but you get a scab. And now not only is it red, it's a blood red, which blood red is a dark red. And when you use green, you cover up the redness, but you don't tone down the darkness, or I should say you don't brighten up the darkness. So you really want to put this on after the green to get rid of that darkness. And do it after. If you do it before, it doesn't work out quite as well. I mean, it might for you, you can try it, but not for me. Okay? And then I'm just going to take, which I need to get another one, Dream Matte Mousse Concealer. And this one is in cream. Oh, sorry, light 4-5. Yeah, it's cream light 4-5. And you're just going to take the concealer and put it all over where the green was. You want to put it on top of the green. I don't really use foundation because I just conceal the areas, and then I use a powder, which I'll show you, to kind of set and even out the skin tone. It does make me a little paler, but that's why I add the blush in. But if you want to do the foundation before this step and anything that shows through, then you can use the concealer. But I just conceal, that way I'm not caking on it this all over my face, and I just have it on the parts that need it. So right now I'm just going over all my areas, and now again where that spot is, you want to dab it on to really get good coverage on that. If you need to, you can dab it and shake your hand over just a little bit to kind of get it in the creases of the scalp, and then down. Now I'm going to put a little much on my head, not just where the green is, because I have a good bit of in my forehead, because I have a good bit of like small bumps, small blemishes beginning to pop up. Like I said, I don't really use foundation. A, I'm not the greatest at it, and B, try not to cake too much on my skin because I can break out pretty easily if I'm not careful. I'm just going over spots. Let me get this big one right here in the middle. Okay. So you want to make sure you rub all around that blemish and pat it just like you do with the concealer sticks. Okay. And the last place I add the concealer, and this kind of acts as a good, if you don't have primer, this would work. Not as well, but it will work. And you want to put this on your eyes because you do it below your eyes as well. And this really helps to even out the skin tone of your eyes, because I know, at least with mine, I'll get up close and show you. With mine, I have the more purple reddish tone, and you can kind of see the veins. See the difference? This is the eye that I put the concealer on. This isn't. You can kind of see the color difference. This has a little bit more red in discoloration. That's with the concealer. So if you were to do, say, a winged look, this is really good, because when you do a winged look, you don't want to add a lot of eyeshadows with the wing. I mean, you can, if you're just doing a simple black wing look, you know, the winged eyeliner with the red lips, you want a very neutral shade on your lid. And you can get eyeshadows that do that, but I prefer to do it like this. So yeah. My eyelashes falling. Okay, so that's that. And if you look, my skin tone's a lot, even though it's really bright, it's still a lot even, more even in the light. So next, I'm going to take my Luminizing Mineral Finish by L'Oreal, the Bare Natural one that has the brush on top. And I just put a light coat on my whole face, just to kind of even out my skin tone and set any concealer I put on. So I'm just shaking more into my canister because I was running out. Okay. So I'm just gonna brush this on. And this has a little bit of a pink to it. And this color, by the way, is in translucent rose. So it has a little pink undertone. So it does kind of lighten your skin tone, but it doesn't white you out. It does have a little bit of pigmentation to it. So yeah. And then I just go through and kind of wipe it with my face. Not my face, my hands with my face. That way I can kind of get off the excess if it's too much on, and it kind of just sticks to my hands. So yeah, that's that. Next I'm going to do my blush, and I just use this Cream Stick by New York, and this is in Plaza Pink. I should know this by now. Just gonna smile. It's really cheesy that I just want the balls on my cheeks. I'm just gonna pat this on. both sides. And use my hands just to blend it out. Okay. And now I'm just gonna do, kind of a lot on that side. I'm just gonna do my T-zone. Typically you would do this with like a powder brush, but I don't have one right now, so not handy that I use often, so I'm just gonna do my T-zone with that. And then in case I don't have one with me, if you end up doing a little bit too much blush, you can either use an extra cloth or a tissue, which, let me grab my tissue. I have an extra backup here. That's what I forgot to get at the store the other day, was tissues. What pocket did I have those in? I have in this pocket. Okay. Orange tissue, that's the only one left. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but right up here is really pink. So I'm just gonna take it and just glide it over. And you can even do this for the other parts of your T-zone on your face. Now this isn't gonna wipe it off if you just almost hover. You're touching it so lightly, you're almost at a hovering state. If you put it over like that, just lightly touch it. As you see, you do get some of the makeup off, but that's just the excess, and you can even lightly pat it. That's just the excess if you put too much on. I wouldn't recommend doing this to blend anything out. This is just to kind of pick up a little bit, because I kind of right now have a powdery look on my face. So I'm just gonna tap this over my face, kind of pick up some of the excess powder so I don't look like I have makeup on, if you get what I mean. Okay, now I'm gonna take this Illuminator by NARS I got in Birchbox, and I'm gonna do my T-zones again, and under my eyes where the dark circles are. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when I put this one on my skin, it's very neutral and doesn't give off too much of a shine, but it does kind of accent your features. So I'm just gonna do a little bit along my T-zone, and you be really careful because this actually squeezes out pretty well, and I've over squeezed a lot before. I'm literally just doing a line across my forehead to give it just a little shine, and then just a tiny bit under my eyes. I'm going to be doing an actual shine, an actual highlighter that's going to have a more pearl look to it. Oh, this just adds some shine under my eyes because it's kind of like another way to get the attention from the dark circles. Because far away, if you're looking at me straight, you might see them, but if I, turn my head in the light or something, the light's not going to define the dark circles a little bit more if your cover up hasn't completely covered them. And if you don't want to put a lot on, this is going to add a shine over the dark circle that's going to kind of hide it. Best way to put it. So yeah, if you're like me and you don't like to cake on the foundation, and you like it to be as sheer as possible, this is the best way I found without caking it on and making it look like that. Okay, so next I'm going to use Hard Candy Glow All the Way infused with, it's a illuminator infused with 24 karat gold. The color's in Doll Face. It's Face and Beauty Luminizer. So I'm just going to do I'll get really close, hopefully you can see it. Just a tad. I like this, it doesn't come out as thin as NARS does. It comes out a little bit more of a cream, which makes it a little bit better to put on your face. So I'm just going to put it between my two fingers because you only really need just like a very minimum amount. And my dot it along here, and then rub that in. The extra, I'm just gonna put what I can right here. And then this side, I'm just gonna rub that in. Gives you this, I don't know if you can see, but it just gives you this nice sheen. I think you can kind of see right here has the shine to it. That's exactly where I put the highlight. So it does add a nice shine. Okay, and then I'm gonna do T-zone again, just with a little bit. Give me that shine, and then just a little bit. I'm just going across here and then down. Just a little T. I'm just blending it out. Taking this and blotting over it just in case I did a little too much. So yeah, I'm sorry this is taking forever. I just really want to explain my steps very well so that you all can follow. And the reasoning behind why I do it. So then if I am wrong, you guys can correct me, because I'm not a guru, and you know, I'm always willing to learn. Even if I was some awesome guru, I might, you know, you guys might share a new tip with me, I don't know. So please, any criticism that's nice, put it down below, so that we can talk about it. Or it's not talk about it, but so I can talk to you about it, and we can try to use it in another video. Okay, I'm almost done, I swear. Whenever I do this by myself, it only takes a couple minutes to do. Not too long, but it's just the explaining takes a while. So I'm going to try to rush through the next bit of it, just because it's very simple eye look and I'm taking up a lot of time. Right now I'm using Sheer Envy by Hard Candy. It's the primer. I did buy the NARS big one, but I wanted to try this out because I heard a lot about it. And the NARS isn't bad, but I like how this goes on a little bit better than the NARS. And I'm going to put this along my whole lid. On both sides it has a little extra. So you want to do your whole lid, all the way up to your brow bone. Okay, and then you want to do just a tad on your lower lash line. Me and my boyfriend might go out tonight, so I will possibly do another video real quick, and just to take my look and the one little thing I do to make it nighttime appropriate, but not like you're going to the club. Just like we're gonna go out to Sweets, which is a frozen yogurt place. So there will be a video on how to change a day look, a neutral day look. One simple thing to make it look more for a nighttime activity that doesn't look like you're going to a club or something, you know, like thick eyeliner or anything. For those of us like me that want us to keep natural. Okay, so what we're going to do is I just use the applicator it comes with, because we're only using 2 colors, and we're not doing anything fancy, any fancy blending or anything, because these come on pretty sheer. They just add a little color to you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pat on the color of, well, I'm going to tell you the color in a minute, but you're going to pat it on like this. So don't throw these away, because the color I used, it's just that simple. You don't need to do anything else to it. And the color I used is from this e.l.f. palette from Christmas. And these don't really have names or anything. And it comes with a little eyeliner, but it comes with like instructions in the book. And then you have your colors. And now what I use is this color a lot, as you can tell. And the light's not doing it justice, but it's pretty much a light brick color. I'll try to get swatches done. I did open up a blog spot for you guys so that I could do images, so I'll try to do that. And then I use this color. The best way to describe the lid color that I just put on is kind of like a shimmery copper, or almost like a shimmered brick red, but it's kind of a brown color. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I put it on my hand, if you could see. But it goes on pretty light. It's just a really natural color. Okay, I'll take pictures of this and put it on my blog spot, and then put my blog spot down below. anyways, I'm just going to touch it up, add a little bit more, so that you can see the difference of the eye with it and without it. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little bit underneath. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm going to do this look and then go out before I actually upload it. So once I while I'm starting to have this upload, or hopefully, you know, by the time this video is done, there should be a, I'll try to do a step-by-step on what I did in the blog post. That way you can have pictures that have an accurate representation of the color, and also so that you guys can go back through the look, because I know I'm talking a lot during this video. I still haven't tried out the editing software. I've just been busy because all I have is the Windows Movie Maker, so I haven't tried it out yet. I figured all the talking and editing doesn't need to be bleeped or blooped or cut out, whatever, because all throughout my rambling there are vital pieces of information, and I can't decide what is vital to you and what's not. So I might not edit my videos. I just need to get kind of a script down for them. But anyways, back to the color. I'm using my vanilla shimmer color now, and I'm going to make a highlight. I'm going to put it where the brow bone is to make the highlight for the eye. And just use the remaining bit to pat it on in the corners. You can even connect it if you want. I'm sorry, this video is very roughly done tutorial because I kind of just decided to do it on the spot without preparing. I was just like, hey, I'll do a video. I'm doing my makeup, why not? But yeah, I'll take pictures before I go out at least, so that I can have it ready for you and before I sweat from walking in the Florida heat. Okay, so that's it. As I get stuff on my shirt. And let me try to do it like this. I hope you can see it. If not, I am going to take pictures. And then I'm going to do... What am I going to do? I'm going to do mascara. I'm just using Bare Essentials Bare Mineral Mascara. It's the volumizing one I got in my Birchbox that I told you guys about. And if you're not, if you want to see that, I'll try to remember to link it down below in the info box of the video that I have discussing all the different things I got in the February Birchbox. Okay, and I'm just putting this on. And I already did a first impressions video of what I thought of this, and you can see the difference there, but I'll just show you real quick. And so far I'm still really loving this mascara. I'm a waterproof mascara person, but every once in a while I step outside of that, and this is definitely a mascara I like. I might go to my Sephora and grab one. You can see the difference, hopefully, of this eye and this eye. When I get a video camera, I'm actually going to take pictures as I go through the tutorial. For now, I'm just going to have to show you the finished look on my blog of the tutorial. But I'm hopefully saving up for an actual video camera, and as I'm doing the look, I'm going to be taking pictures at through the different steps. That way I can do it all at once for you, and then I'll just hopefully learn to edit all that out, or you'll just see me taking pictures of my face. But I think that'll take too long. Just do my bottom lashes. I like to try to flick the corners out. Okay. And that's the eyes. It's very natural. I don't do false lashes, as I've said in my other videos. I may learn how to do them, and maybe for crazy looks. Once I do learn, I might do it in the future, but I'm not a false lash person. I like the natural look a lot better than natural lashes. But if you want, I can always try to do some, and you guys can learn with me and see my mistakes and learn from my mistakes if you guys want to see that. But just let me know down below if you do. And lastly, I'm taking this Hard Candy Plumping Serum. The color is, let's see, I don't have it. I had to save the box because I can't read the colors on these. They call it a Plumping Serum Volumizing Lip Gloss. And this is an Uptown Girl. And I actually got this kit. And I told you about my other videos. It has the blush, which I didn't use, the primer, which you saw me use, the luminizer you saw me use, and now the volumizing lip stuff. The blush is really pink, so it's not for an everyday look. I don't like using it. And now I'm just gonna put this on, and I just do a little bit on my top. Okay, and that's it. That's my look. Just a nice pink lip with a very neutral eye, no eyeliner, no nothing. This is just a very neutral look. And for all the girls that watch this that are in their preteens or just getting into makeup, I will tell you a little word of advice for me. Doing your makeup with eyeliner and bright colors and all that is good. It shows that you put time into yourself. But if you want a guy to really notice you, or not even notice you, I should say, if you really want to get a guy's interest, if it's something you really like, not someone that you just want, you know, you see like a week-long relationship with, if it's someone that you, I don't know, like my boyfriend, I've been with him for 3 years, and I saw potential in a long relationship with him. And I know for my boyfriend, when I do my makeup up really nice, he likes it for the night, but he wouldn't like it every day. He likes the natural stuff, and most guys like natural, like no makeup at all. And if you do wear makeup, something like this where it's just, you know, it shows you put time into it, but it doesn't look overdone. So yeah, that's just a little tip I have for all the younger people that see all these beauty gurus doing all these crazy makeup looks. And if you're doing it to